Welcome to another edition of Sema na ADC. My name is Tabbz Maina, and today I have the honor and the privilege of hosting our very own Managing Director, Catherine Muraga, who will be talking to us about the amazing things that ADC is doing with universities in this country. Karibu sana, Catherine.
Asante, Tabitha. Very excited to be here.
Awesome. Catherine, ADC is partnering with a lot of universities, especially students and faculty. Why this approach, and how does this align to ADC's mission?
Let's first start with why does ADC exist? Why did Microsoft make such a huge investment in Africa, both in Nairobi and Lagos? Mm-hmm. It is to allow Kenyans or Nigerians or Africans to participate in software development or developing some of the amazing products that Microsoft customers use globally. For us to effectively solve for this and create a healthy technology pipeline from a talent perspective, mm-hmm. It was key for us to partner with learning institutions. And for us here at Nairobi ADC, we chose to start with universities. Okay. But why? Besides just solving for tech talent, one of the key things as we started these engagements with universities, we've identified some key items. For example, we all know how technology keeps changing, but is it changing as fast as curriculum is being reviewed? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Are some of the things that were taught 5-10 years ago, are they still relevant? If you look at how, for example, technology infrastructure is changing, now more and more institutions are on cloud. We know the advancements of artificial intelligence. Do our students or our faculty members, do they have access to some of these capabilities? Mm. Imagine a case where students are taught cloud or spinning off virtual environments, and it's theoretical because they don't have access to these capabilities. Right. Or imagine a case where students are taught programming, but it's theoretical. How about introducing things like GitHub, where it's an online repository store? Students can code, store the code, faculty access it. Cloud, spin off an environment in class. Teach machine learning or processing of big data live in class. So we're equipping lecturers and also showing students these things are not amorphous and in the air. This is a live experience, mm-hmm. or example, mm-hmm. of some of these things that are being taught. But also let me introduce another aspect. Mm-hmm. If you look at the number of students who go to university and those who've chosen to study STEM-related courses, science, technology, engineering, or mathematics, mm-hmm. a key requirement, if you look at the education system here in Kenya, you need to perform well in mathematics. True. Now, if you look at the 2020 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education results, according to the Ministry of Education, Tabitha, 50% of students got D and E. 50%. Wow. So we've chosen to start with universities, but now we are going to go into high school because we also need to go back and say, why is there such a low rate of students, mm-hmm. who are not getting at least a C and above? Mm-hmm. And why is math important? Mm-hmm. Let's go back to STEM. STEM relies a lot on problem solving, correct, logical reasoning, mm-hmm. which are some of the things that are taught in mathematics. Mm-hmm. So how do we partner with Ministry of Education, teachers, to teach mathematics in an easier way to understand? How do we demystify that mathematics is hard? I also used to be in that camp, thinking that mathematics was hard. Yes. But there's an opportunity to partner with teachers and also just to demystify. Because how will we effectively participate in the digital economy if we are not doing well in mathematics?
Wow, wow. Catherine, those are mind-boggling questions. And I hope this is sparking some questions as we listen to this and realizing how can we make the ecosystem and how can we improve the digital skilling in this country. But Catherine, how is ADC solving some of these problems, if not all of the problems that you have just talked about?
So we've decided to bite this elephant in small chunks, address it slowly. So firstly, we've partnered with universities. We started off with Jomo Kenyatta University of Technology and Agriculture, mm-hmm. locally known as JKUAT. Mm-hmm. And through this partnership, we've managed to review 2 bachelor's degrees, computer science and computer technology. It's going to be launched September this year. That's very exciting for me. And we have 2 other universities currently also going through the similar journey. That is one. We just concluded a season of Game of Learners, where we partner again with universities, early in career students, and also ecosystem. And ecosystem partners for us means people in industry. In this case, we partner with healthcare, AMREF and PSI. So on one hand, the partners give us a problem statement. On this other hand, we have partnership with universities and students. So avail the problem student. As Microsoft ADC, we equip the students in terms of a framework. How do you move from ideation to prototype or a minimum viable product? Present it to, in this case, AMREF and PSI. They give their input. And also it's a win-win for the industry players, in this case, AMREF and PSI, and therefore students, because they get to practice some of the things they're taught in school on a real-life example.
Absolutely.
I think broadly, those are the things. And as I said earlier, looking to go to high schools, how do we partner with secondary schools to introduce coding? Let's talk about mathematics. Why is math hard? Why is the pass rate? What can we do to bring it a bit higher so that we have a higher intake of folks joining university and taking tech-related courses? And also to show the young hearts and minds that you can build a career in technology.
I love that. I love that. I'm one of those for sure. I don't enjoy maths. And even as I think about it, Catherine, what are we doing with making sure there are more girls or more women in this space? Me being one of them and knowing the background I've had, what is ADC doing about that?
We have a few things lined up. So for example, let me go back to campus tours. Okay. When we visited around 10 universities last year, we were very deliberate to make sure that the panel of Microsoft ADC staff that's engaged with students and faculty, we have correct representation. So for example, I cannot go in front there and say, oh, we need more women and ladies in technology. And there's no lady or woman talking about it. There's something very powerful about a physical manifestation of the thing that you're aspiring to or I'm trying to persuade you into. So that is one. Number two is, how do we partner with the existing community of women in universities? Here at ADC, we have a very thriving women mentoring circles, where we come together as women in technology within ADC and just look at the issues that affect us, or how do we come together or promote each other to continue to grow career-wise. Now we want to extend that to the community of ladies in universities. And then take it a step further, where now we start partnering with high schools. Show the young girls that tech is fun. Tech is doable. You can build a career. And here's the beauty. A lot of folks right now, students in high school and in primary school, they were born in the world of technology. Perhaps unlike you and I.
Yes.
Then there I go disclosing our age. So they already know that technology is cool. So how do we capitalize on that?
Good one.
So on one hand, we are debunking the myth that mathematics is hard. And on another hand, we also want to tell them you can grow a career in technology and you can thrive. And then collectively, we ensure that there's representation. If you go back to engineering principles from an architectural perspective, a proper design, you need to consider the fundamentals at design level. For example, you need to consider things like security, privacy by design. We need to ensure why do we need more women or representation in technology? We need representation also by design.
Got it.
So if we're designing systems or capabilities, how represented are we?
Are we?
Yes.
Wow. Big questions, big questions. How can we do better, Catherine? Parting shot. How can we do better as stakeholders, as the entire ecosystem, to really improve the digital skilling space in this country?
One word comes to mind: collaboration. I'm very excited with some of the signals or the communication by, for example, government. And if you look at the ICT authority or some of the things they want to do to really grow the digital ecosystem, be it internet connectivity, digitizing government offices. So I'm looking forward to continued collaboration with the government and also to challenge fellow big tech players in this market. How do we partner with Google or AWS to continue this tech skilling be it university, high school, primary, or also even TVETs. Fully aware that there are so many Kenyans who do not make the cutoff to join university, but they can participate in the digital economy, because we also know you can grow a career, whereas degrees are important, but you can also learn a course and actually participate in the digital economy. So collaboration, Tabitha.
Thank you so much, Catherine. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Sema na ADC, and I look forward to hosting you in the next edition as we go deeper into discussing how we can improve digital skilling in this market.